All right, guys, I'm coming at you today with a pretty cool haul here. Paid 35 bucks for everything in this box, and it's a pretty good sized box. It's about, I don't know, at least 12 inches by 12 inches and maybe 10 or 11 inches high, and it is packed with goodies. So let's dig in. So when you're at an estate sale or something like that, you know, you're picking through a basement or a garage and you're putting stuff in a box in this case, or sometimes I bring a like a nylon bag with me, and I honestly don't even remember a lot of the stuff that is in here. But basically, you know, you're kind of filling it up with certain things. Like I know there's a good electric motor in there that I wanted, but you know, then you're putting in a lot of other miscellaneous stuff like screws and bolts and hooks, and then at the end you negotiate a price. And so there's some things in here I definitely remember putting in here, but I look forward and there's always some things that I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I didn't even remember. I forgot I put that in there. And that's the way I feel with this box. Is there's going to be some goodies in here that's going to be like kind of Christmas morning to me. So let's start taking a look at a couple of these items here. The first item up is this general drill grinding attachment. Look at the vintage box. Is that beautiful or what? New York General Hardware, and this is for grinding bits. I mean, basically brand new old stock. Got nice weight to it. I'll take a little closer look at that in a bit. But let me pull some out of the box for the sake of time, and it'll be easier to show what's in there. All right, so I have about, I don't know, not even half the stuff out of the box at this point, but I laid it out to take a quick look at it here and be able to share it with you. But keep it in mind, I paid 35 bucks for everything. You know, I'm just trying to add up the pieces, and I don't know, I guess it comes out to be about $1 a piece maybe for these items I'm showing you. So keep that in mind, and it's just even more emphasizes the fact what a great deal it was. Pulled this out of the box. I just love that old packaging over there, but really nice. I mean, very, very lightly used. I can't get over the weight of this. Made in the USA. We'll sharpen my drill bits up with this. Whoop, the nut fell off. And in the past, I've always kind of eyeballed it. I've used some of those gimmicky stuff, but they don't really work that well. So look forward to playing with my drill bits with that. And then here's like some really good value items right here that, you know, this is a brand that I never heard of. It looks like a Yankee Stanley screwdriver, but it's made in England, and it's Mansco, made in England. It's a flat tip. It just got some grease on it that'll clean up. Handle's got some wear, but I've never heard of that one. I'm gonna have to look that up. I know the Stanley ones. And then look at the size of these. I guess I should put a tape on that. Let's see how long that is. I believe the model number is a 131A, and the length of this is tremendous. So from the handle to the tip is 16.5 inches. Unbelievable. And then I have another one here, I think is a 130, and that's 12 inches. So those are really large Stanley Yankee screwdrivers, and I did take a quick look online just to see what they're getting for these, and it looks like these larger ones in this condition I should have no problem getting $25 to $40 plus shipping for that one, and then maybe, you know, obviously a little less for this one, although it is in nice shape. What is this model number? 130A, and that one's a 131A. Look at the size of that. I didn't even know they came that big, to be honest with you. Really nice chisel here. Nice Stanley, made in USA. The tip on it is still very sharp. I did not have any. That's 1.5 inches. I think all my chisels pretty much go up to 1 inch that are for woodworking. So that's pretty cool. Just some miscellaneous things for the garage. I got that pegboard at the last pick, so I got some things for that. Got some hooks to hang stuff in the garage. This is one of those things that's like, oh yeah, I forgot I even threw this in the box. A little spark plug. This will, I'm sure, will work with one of my small units. So it says $19.99 on the back, so a little old. Got some great wheels here. I mean, try to get casters for, you know, basically 50 cents for 4 of them, or $1 for 4 of them. And it looks like they might even been made in the USA. We'll have to take a closer look at that, but they're very good quality. I'm always looking to put wheels on something. 2 of them are locking, 2 of them are not, so it's a complete awesome set. Some Norton sandpaper. You know, I have a 5-inch Randall Orbital DeWalt that I picked up not that long ago on Letgo for $30. The thing's great, but I got crappy sandpaper. I think I bought a whole package of them on, I don't know, I think it was Amazon. It's very similar to the ones you would get at Harbor Freight, and this is good stuff, Norton, right? So made in the USA. I got an 80 and a 40 grits, all they had. Some hardware, you know, some great lag bolts here. You can't go wrong with a box full of lag bolts for the price, 50 cents. Some other hardware and nuts. A muffler clamp, which will come in handy, right? Even not, maybe not for a muffler. I could use it, I'm sure, applicable for something, some project somewhere. It'll come in handy. Some nice single edge razors. This box is about 3/4 of the way full, made in the USA. You know, last time I had to buy these, I could not find them made in the USA in Home Depot. And I think I checked Lowe's too, and everything was Chinese crap. And I had to go on Amazon, and I spent $10, which I didn't mind spending. It was a few dollars more, and I got 100 for $10. But I basically paid, you know, 50 cents for the whole box of made in USA ones. That one's 3/4 full. This one is half full. No, I'm sorry. This one is fully full, and that one's 3/4 full. This is one of those U.S. Generals. And in one of my last videos, I had a U.S. General box as well. And I don't know if it's Harbor Freight or if there was a company named U.S. General back in the day, but it's got like a packaging label on it. I don't know. It's brand new. It's never been opened. New old stock, made in the USA in the good old state of Pennsylvania, Malvern. And, you know, you can never go wrong with some extra. These get lost and broken quite a bit, especially when you're sticking them into a basketball and you'll snap the tip. So 2 of those. And who remembers Huffy? Haven't seen that in a long time. If you had a Huffy bike in the late 70s, man, you were hot stuff. So pretty cool. And the last thing for this segment, until I pull out more stuff out of the box, is this Levitron GFI. I dug it. I went through it a little bit. It's brand new, never been used. It says 1986 on the box. Made in the USA. I don't know if they're still made in the USA, but I had to replace a couple of these last year, and they were $20 a pop. So now I have a great GFI for basically 50 cents or $1. So let's keep digging through the box. Let me put this stuff away and pull out some more goodies. So some more items out of the box. Still got a bunch left in there too. So here's another, 10, 15 items. So, we're getting to that almost 50 cents a piece type thing for some really good vintage quality stuff. So one of the nice things about watching YouTube is you just learn from other folks. And there's a guy, John Fix, who just does so many clamps, and he's the, so because of that, I learned a little bit about clamps, and I took an interest to clamps where in the past, wasn't really something that, I liked them and I bought them if I saw some good quality ones, but never really looked at the, for ornate ones and things like that. And this is just a cool one, huh? It's a 5-minute vulcanizer, and it's just got a really cool little vintage look to it. Shaler is the brand on that. So here's a nice, it looks like it says Diecraft. And this one, just the quality of it stood out to me. I dug through a pile of clamps, and I only took these 2, but a lot of them were just kind of crappy. If I couldn't see the branding, if it wasn't USA made, if it didn't stand out to me, I just kind of left it. But this one, you can see from the oxidation, looks like it's copper, really well made, unbelievable how smooth it is. So I'm gonna have to do some homework on this one, but I bet you this is probably considered a good quality clamp. So 2 nice clamps there. And then how about these drill bits? They're a foot long. Most of them are. I think one there is about maybe 6 inches or so, 8 inches. But good quality USA made drill bits, sharp as can be, very lightly used. How do you beat that? Try to price drill bits that size for what I paid for them, which is basically pennies. Really nice Stanley mini screwdriver, probably about 3 inches. Look at the blade on that. Nice wood handle. This is gonna clean up beautifully. I'm gonna have, I don't know how long they made wood handles for, but what a nice feeling screwdriver. What a nice looking screwdriver. There was another Yankee screwdriver in there. The tip was really nice on it. That'll clean up real nice. So I got a lot of these. Gonna have to list them, make some money on eBay with those bad boys. And then how about this? If you guys remember my last video, I did a pick and I ended up with this Lewis, and it's a, I guess like a sheetrock cutter utility knife, and it has a nice little hood on it, and the blade was shot on it. So I went into my box of blades, and I had a couple that would fit in here that were like universal, but most of all the ones I have now that are more modern, they will not fit this, just the configuration. So I got lucky, I had a couple left, but look what I found. Brand new boxes of Lewis blades. Really nice packaging. How cool is that? A couple of them are open. I put those on the bottom. So those ones are still in good shape, but they're open. These ones that are still sealed 100% are actually wrapped in wax paper with some sort of like grease or something. So I'll probably sell a couple of these, keep a couple of them, and maybe I can make some money on those. But I just love the packaging on them. So cool. Look at this brand new hole saw. 2 7/8 Lennox, made in the USA. Don't know much about sharpening knives. You know, if you saw in the previous video, I picked up a hunting knife, and I don't know how to sharpen knives, but so I saw this here, and it is an India combination oil stone. I have no idea what that means. I'm assuming each side works is different grits. That's why they're different colors. Have to do some homework on that, but to me, I don't think this is cheap. It's got to be worth, $10-20. I'm thinking if I had to buy this. It is made in the USA. Who knows if they even still make this type of stuff in the USA. It is made by Norton, so I figured it was good quality. Honestly, the way I sharpen my knives now is basically I have an electric sharpener that, kind of you bring it down in stages and it sharpens the knives, and probably people laughing at me because that's not the way you'd probably get a good edge on a knife. So I'll have to learn how to sharpen a knife there. This to me looks like a bearing puller, gear puller. It is made in the USA. I have to kind of do some homework on this, but if that's what it is, it's a little small, but better than banging a gear or a bearing off. I believe that's what that is. I need to get one though. Even if it's new, I am gonna have to invest someday in a gear or bearing puller. How about this? A whole bag full of key chucks. All different types. Some are kind of junky, no branding, and then some are Jacobs chucks keys. I think there's some Black & Deckers in there, all different sizes. I don't think I will ever go missing one of these again. And I do buy a lot of different drill presses and drills, and something, these get lost. So how do you beat that? A whole bag full of these. When's the last time you've seen a wire wheel made in the USA? Brand new. This is a 4-inch one that I need. I'm in the process of restoring. A bench grinder that's a 4-inch. I got a really old one several years ago that I still haven't got to, but it has the grinding wheels on it. Now I have the wire wheel if I want to put one on one side. Anytime I could purchase stuff for restoring tools to bring my cost down or to bring my expense down, I'll grab it. Look at these. How do you beat this? Beautiful quality, stiff brushes. Parts, you could use these for cleaning parts, tools, restoring stuff. Handful of these, different sizes. Really good quality. You could always cut this off, put it in the drill press if you wanted to, and use it that way. I thought that was a great find, as well as a made in the USA. Once again, wire wheel would go in a drill. Feels much better to use that type of stuff than like, let's say, a Harbor Freight piece crap, just from a quality standpoint, from not worrying about crap flying into your eyes. And then finally, the last thing here, before I pull out the rest of the stuff in the box, I got some really nice taps. vintage old taps, all new in the box. This one I think just has one, but it's new, it's still sealed. The rest of these are brand new, sealed up. Wells Tool Company. I mean, how do you beat this stuff for pennies on the dollar? Look at them, brand new taps, high-speed taps. This one's a little unique though. I think it says here there was 12 of them. GH2 1032, type says gun, and these are OTC, so I'm assuming that this at one point was full of 12 of them because there's 12 slots in there. I only see about 4 of them, but it is loaded with other taps. I mean, how do you beat this? Small taps, I'll pull them all out right now, but nice small taps, all different sizes. Really cool. So I'll have to go through this all, clean it up, see exactly what is in there. So now let's pull out the rest of the stuff in the box. Okay, so here's the remaining items, and let's take a look at that electric motor. That's probably my favorite item in here because I might hook that up to a drill press I recently restored in 1969. I only have a 1/4 horse on it, and it's a 5/8 drill press, so this 1/3 motor might be the way to go with that. But when I went to this estate, one of the things I was really going there for was in some of the preview pictures, they had a old Craftsman bench grinder, and that's what I was looking for. You know, it's one of these motors, essentially the older ones, where it has the arbor that comes out of both sides. But here's a quick look at it. It doesn't look like it was ever wired up, which makes me think that it's brand new. Free as can be. You know, it's got the brackets, got everything. Can't beat that. I have no idea what these go for because I usually get them on a machine or something, but it's got to be worth, I don't know, 40, 50 bucks, I'm thinking, for a brand new 3rd horsepower motor. All right, so that's that. Whenever I could grab files, I grab files, especially if they have the handles on them. So, you know, if I'm starting to get a lot of them, so if I see something that's a little unique, a different shape, I'll grab it. Some smaller ones sometimes come in handy, I'll grab them. But good USA files are great. The reason I really like this one, look at this. Look at the old Craftsman branding on there. Is that cool? So it is a plastic handle, but it's, you know, just a piece of Art Deco vintage Americana right there. And wood handles. Whenever you could get these wood handles, they're universal, obviously. You pull them out. You know, when you start to get a lot of files and rasps, you want to have some handles. They're easy to restore. Here's a nice small one. Nice little round file. So picked up some files. Got some really nice T-handles here. I mean, there's tons of them. All different USA made ones, different sizes. These will clean up great. Some of them still have the taps in them. So needed some of these because the kits don't, you know, when you get the whatever kit you have, even if it's a quality one, they don't usually have good handles. So it's nice to have some good T-handles. Oh, this is pretty cool. A manual micrometer. Can't beat that. It does say Spain on it, so I don't know. Sometimes there's quality stuff that comes out of Spain. I know Snap-on has some tools made in Spain, right? So I have to do some homework on that. You know, I just have a Harbor Freight one that's a digital one right now. So it's always nice to have a manual one that could come in handy. More tape measures. This one that stood out to me was that it's still in the box and in very nice shape, as you can see. So I grabbed that. It's just a nice quality 6-foot tape. Love when stuff has the original packaging. Got some longer ones, a 50-foot Evans. Just what stood out to me is it just looks so great, the condition. When I see something that looks like that, I'll grab it. If it didn't have that, you know, then this will clean up no problem. If this was all rusted and beat up or damaged, it looks like that's actually a vinyl, so that's probably why it stayed in such good condition. I honestly don't have a lot of these. I just thought they were really cool looking, and you never see stuff like this anymore that's made like this and of this design. It just screams history to me. And here's another one. This one's definitely needs to be cleaned up. Looks like it's got some mold and crap on it, so I'll have to clean that one up. But once again, really nice condition. Oh, this one, look at that. It's in millimeters. How about that? That is pretty cool. 30M. So I have to do some homework on that. Stevens Albador. Never heard of that. KE. So that one I'm sure will clean up. It's just because once I spray it with some stuff, it'll clean up. Two other items here real quick. Just some screw extractors. It is missing a couple, unfortunately, but hey, these aren't cheap. You know, made in the USA. It's the smaller ones, of course, missing. That's the smallest size there. That's still in there. The 7/32, but that'll still come in handy. These easy outs. They get beat up. And then how about this? Starrett. So I was curious because Starrett could go for some big money. I saw and I went online there. And this is a mini screwdrivers. They'll clean up nice. The tips, I don't know. I have to see what condition the tips are in. I guess that has a lot to do with it. That one looks good. That one looks good. Good. So anyway, these go for about $50 once they're all cleaned up and restored. Obviously, it's missing one. I don't know. I'll see if I sell it. Maybe I'll get 20, 25 bucks for it, or maybe I'll keep it. I'll see how they look when they clean up. So let's wrap this video up. All right, before I just wrap everything up here, here's another item I just thought had some really cool packaging that I came across as I was putting everything back up on the bench. I just love that, how the old hardware stores labeled everything by hand, and it's nothing more than a die in here, 301 screw. Pretty cool, love that. And then I had it up on the bench, but I didn't share it with you. It's just a really cool, looks like a deburring tool, and it's still got some nice sharpness to it. And I think this would go in one of those handles that you would use a file on. Greenville, Mass. All right, now let's wrap it up. Here's everything, 35 bucks. If you like these type of videos, if you like tool restorations, if you like tool reviews, I do a lot of it on the channel, so I'd appreciate you liking and subscribe, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.